So I'm watching the news, and I'm like mortified. Aggravated to say the least. Meryl Streep. Here we go. Big time movie star, huh? Used to like her. After these actions of last night, I've lost respect for her, and I'll tell you why. Putting her in the same category as Colin Kaepernick, who I did a little take on. You know, you would think that these people would understand that not everybody thinks like they do, or they think they're somebody that's so important that people feel that they have to listen to them, okay? And to me, it's a cowardly act. Kaepernick, and even you, Meryl, and I'll tell you why. Here you go. You pick a venue, the Golden Globes, to put your big mouth on there. First of all, you pick a venue that's not what people are there for, to listen to you. And you are so arrogant you think that they want to hear what you have to say, and they agree with what you have to say. Well, the only reason people didn't boo you, Meryl, last night is because they have respect for you probably as an actress over years. I would imagine that, because everyone there certainly probably didn't approve of that or think the same way you think about your political opinions, and they didn't come there to hear you. They came there to see who won the awards, okay? But again, I'm going to say you're so arrogant, you get up there and you take your persona and your what do you want to call it, as being a movie star, you're whatever. I'm so aggravated I can't even think of it. So that you would take that time now, and not on your dime, on the Golden Globe or whatever's dime. I'm sure you didn't work that out with them, right? You just went up there and here you said what you had to say. Kaepernick did the same thing about dissing the anthem. He did it on the NFL's dime. You did it on the Golden Globes dime or whatever. What makes you think that you are so important and then you have something to say and people think, oh, it's Meryl Streep. Oh. And if you do, I'll say what I said about Kaepernick. Listen, Meryl, you just piss people off. Get a hall that holds about 5, 10, 15, 20,000 people. You got enough bread. Pay for it yourself. Have a big sign out there what the venue is, what you're going to talk about. See who shows up. And if the morons show up that want to hear what the hell you have to say, fine. Then tell them what you have to say, and they'll know what they're coming there for, and they'll know what they're paying for, and they'll know it's not going to be pressed on them, like a lot of you Hollywood people like to do. You dig what I'm saying? That is the most aggravating thing, I think. It'd be like your common layman going, hey, man, I'm going to see a football game, his favorite team. Goes to the football game, and at halftime they usually have a band out there and crap, ba, 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 with the band, or sometimes they don't have anything, or sometimes they have somebody twirling a baton or whatever. How about if some moron like you came out and said, you know what, Trump this and that, and put their political ideas out there? The people would be going like, well, no, I didn't come here to see this crap. You dig what I'm saying, Meryl? And all you other Hollywood morons? Does anybody understand this? If you have something to say, say it. You got no balls. Say it. Pay for the hall. Put it on your dime. Say what you're going to say. See who shows up. God bless if they do. It's not the point that I care what you have to say. We're Americans. You can say whatever the hell you want to say. You don't like Trump? Fine. You don't like chocolate ice cream? Fine. But say it on your own dime. Say it at your own place. Say it with your own venue. Don't sneak up on people. I'm sure there's people at the Golden Globes who were appalled, that don't like you, and don't even like what you had to say. But most of them, like I said before, probably have some respect because, you're Meryl Streep and you've been an actress for so long. I particularly don't give a crap, okay? Because you're an actress for 30 or 40 years, and some people think you're good, some people think you stink. Well, I'm a car dealer for 26 years, and I'm real good at what I do. And I know that. One of the best around. Dig that. Huh. But do you think I press that on people because I want to give my political views or what I think? And especially if I was at somebody else's house doing it. Like, hey, you're having a party here. Your daughter's getting married next week. let me jump in the middle of the living room hors d'oeuvres and start talking about how I don't like this or like that about the government and voicing my opinion like anybody wants to hear it. You dig what I'm saying, you morons? That is so aggravating. I swear I couldn't be more aggravated seeing you. I wish they wouldn't even put you on the news. And I don't particularly have anything against you, Meryl Streep. I really don't. But when I see you up there doing, it's so annoying. And not necessarily what you're saying, that I don't agree with anyway. Where you're saying it, when and how. You're a phony. You're a phony and you're a fake. And if you weren't, I say you'll get your own venue and you can afford it, baby, with all the money you've made. And put a big sign out there. Meryl Streep has something to say about this and see who shows up. Because the morons that would show up to hear you evidently would like what you had to say or would agree with some of the things you say. I don't know who. Probably some people that think like you. I don't know who. That's a problem with a lot of the Hollywood people, too. You know, most of you are a bunch of morons. You have a lot of bread. You live in a different world. You're away from crime. You live in nice places behind gates. You don't see what's really going on in inner cities and having a gun shoved up your ass on a daily basis. Or crime. You know, you just don't see that. You're like in your own little world. I'm not sure what that is. That's a whole nother thing, though. I'll talk about that another time. You'd probably be offended by that, right? But don't be, because that's exactly how you are. The majority of you, anyhow. I'd say about 70%. Some of them are probably cool and still, you know, keep a good mind about it or don't think they're all that and then some just because of who they think they are. Or they made $5 million in a movie, so they feel like they can go on any TV venue or movie venue and state what they want to state because they are who they are. Well, guess what? You don't impress me. Dig that. That's what I have to say about that. It's pathetic. Yeah, I watched the news today. That aggravated the crap out of me. So dig this on YouTube. If anybody sees this from Lapo, you know, I'm not some kind of whack job. I can say what I want to say just like you can and express yourself. But it's on YouTube, for crying out loud. And I hope it reaches some people. And I guarantee you, if it reaches, I don't know how many people, a lot of the people go, hey, Lapo, he makes a good point. Those people are hiding behind other venues. And who gives a crap what they have to say? Because dig this too, Meryl. If people looked at this and said, yeah, Lapo, he's a whack job. I don't agree with anything he has to say. Fine. That's your opinion. Just like I'm stating mine. But I'm not stating it under other pretenses, false pretenses. I'm not barging in on anybody else's venue to stick my big fat face in the camera and take over the show. When people think they're there for another reason, like in the Golden Globes, to watch people win their Golden Globes or whatever the hell they do there. Or watch comedians or watch the setup guy or the whoever. Is that crazy? Guess what? It's not crazy. I'm sure a lot of people agree with me. And like I always say, if you don't, too bad. I don't care. But I just said what I had to say. And I say what I have to say in a fashionable way. Okay? I'll catch you next time. I'm aggravated. I watched the news. Meryl Streep. Wow. Meryl Streep. Oh, look at her. She's an actress for how many years? Everything she says must be true. Guess what? It's not. Hey, it's your opinion, like everybody else. And again, you know what they say. Opinions are like, everybody's got one. Ugh.